Wait, I look you can't see myself. Oh, whatever. Anyways, guys, this is a story time on how my ex. Should I say broke up with me? My ex didn't break up with me. They just blocked me while I was on vacation. And obviously, you know when somebody you're in a relationship with blocks you, like that signals the end of the relationship, right? So, anyways, this is how it happened. And honestly, I think me and my ex should just set one day aside and just jump my brother because this is all my brother's fault. My brother is the reason our love-filled relationship met such a turbulent end, really. So I'm not going to talk too much about how our relationship was before, we ended because I think that's so personal to me and I want to keep my stories to myself. I know a lot of people, I don't know if I should say a lot of people because I did post I did post about my relationship on Twitter. A couple of people told me, oh,
So just so you know, we're going to be here when it ends. We're giving you 3 months, so we're going to be here when it ends.
and everything. So I just want to preface this video to those people by saying that my ex and I are still very much in love. We're just not together at this point. No, we're just not together at this particular time. But yeah, we still, talking. We still say we want to cuddle, we still want to hug. No. We don't actually. I can't. Oh my god. You see, this is what love does, people. Love drives people crazy. While I was resting on the bed, I was on the phone with my ex, right? This time my brother had already come in from Canada to Houston to, start the vacation with me, right? So one evening I was just talking on the phone with my ex, like obviously I was going out like pretty much every night while I was on vacation, right? So this night it's not an unusual night. I'm going to go out tonight, right? So I'm talking with my ex and then I have headphones on so my brother can't hear what I'm saying, but I'm also talking to my brother while I'm talking to my ex about the night because obviously we're going out tonight, right? Or we're trying to go out that night. I know I ended up going out that night. My brother didn't really, except to play ball shot. And we're talking, and then my brother says something to me, and I say, oh, actually, I say something to my brother. I was just trying to banter him, like just, jokes now. I said something, to me, it was really funny, and to my brother too, it was really funny to my brother. Because obviously he tries to banter me back, but his own is just, he does too much. How do I give an instance now? Like, what kind of example do I give? I go like, haha, look at your shoes. And he would read your entire outfit instead of just reading your shoes. That's just how he banters, right? Anyways, as he says this thing to me, he said something to me. He said something that just, it was sort of an attack on my character and the kind of person I am. And my ex caught onto that, right? So my brother says this, like he says the line and I mute the call because I know that, oh my gosh, this is going to be an issue. Like this could be such an issue because my ex is pretty strict. I've never really been with anyone that's as strict as me, if not even stricter, I guess. So yeah, anyways, I mute the call and then I'm like, what the fuck is your problem? Like, what are you doing? Oh, like it was still funny to me, but I knew it wasn't going to be funny when I started talking to my ex again. So after me and my brother talk now, like 2 minutes, and I don't get on the phone with my ex. I'm not talking. I'm not trying to push. I'm trying to blow over what was said. I'm like, oh, why did you mute the call? And I was like, oh, because I was talking to my brother. I didn't want you to see what I was saying to my brother. And Max is like, but I heard what your brother said to you. And then from there, it just goes into, us saying goodnight. We went to bed. We didn't really resolve the issue, but then we went to bed. And then the next morning, I woke up, still texting, still sort of an issue. And then I was just like, ugh. I'm like, please, can you just leave me alone? Like, literally, just leave me alone. And then X like, okay, got you. Laughing emoji. Nothing was said. I just went about my day. No, actually, I didn't even go about my day. Like 10 minutes later, because 10 minutes later, I got my snap and I see that my best friend list is short of one person, and I see that my ex has blocked me. And then I tried texting iMessage, still no response. So I text them through my friend. I have my friend text them, like just send them something like, oh, can you like unblock me? What the fuck is your problem? Kind of thing like that. And then my ex unblocks me and then sends me this little paragraph, essentially breaking up with me. And I didn't respond to the paragraph. I just liked the paragraph. I just liked it really, and then I went about my day. So that was how we broke up, right? And then obviously as my vacation is going on, what else happens? My ex is trying to, like get back into my life. I mean, they never even really left my life, so I don't know what I'm saying, get back into my life, but I was just being, cold. I'm like, oh, you dumped me over something my brother said. I know, like, that could be a big deal, but it shouldn't have been that big of a deal, right? But whatever. So yeah, that's how my ex dumped me, but we're still together. Not really, we're still talking. He sends me flowers sometime, like, they still send me gifts, and like, we're still talking. My ex is still pretty nice to me and stuff, but that's the story time on how we broke up. How long has this been? I'm trying to make my videos longer because I did get a couple comments of people telling me to make them longer, but I don't know. I just felt like the story was too long to be put on TikTok, so I'm looking in here on my YouTube. But yeah.